Hello and welcome back to another episode of Wednesday Night FIFA. This is match day 3, the final group match of my USA full playthrough of the World Cup on FIFA 98. So, final match is against Mexico. I have already qualified for the knockouts after beating both Peru and Italy, quite convincingly might I add. So we're heading straight into the knockouts, which means my match against Mexico, I can throw out a few, different players, have a bit of fun, just enjoy the ride, basically. So, without further ado, let's play some football. Alrighty then, final group match. As you saw with the starting lineups, a whole host of changes. Like I said, just gonna mess around, have a bit of fun. If I get a win, awesome. If I get a draw, fair enough. If I lose, meh. It's a bit of a nothing match at this point. But still, gonna give it our all. See what I can get out of it. So starting off nice and hot. Ooh, nicely done. Oh, shoot. I mean, I was hoping that he would cross it in, but obviously not. Damn, just give the ball away. See, this is why it's fun sometimes for players, teams that are, not top bins when it comes to these games, because it's a bit more fun, accuracy's off, everything like that, makes it a bit more exciting. Big kick there. But yeah, it just makes it a bit more exciting. I'm just wondering what kind of reception. Nicely done. I'm just wondering what kind of reception USA are going to get at this World Cup, especially with how, things are currently going. Because as I record this, there's been talks about a couple of countries pulling out. Pulling out of the World Cup and everything like that. And then there's other thing, there was that, that Pride match? I think it was between Egypt and Iran. Ooh. Oh my goodness, Friedel. Don't look like Brad Friedel. Brad Friedel was bald. Oh my god, let that in so loosely. It was a good ball. Doing that. But yeah, you got that Pride match in Seattle between, I think it's Egypt and Iran. Oh my god, what the hell was that pass? And I swear I was aiming backwards. Can't seem to get the ball anywhere near. Oof, off the keeps. Blast that son of a gun in. Considered our first goal to then, retake the lead. But yeah, you got that Pride match between Egypt and Iran. And holy hell, if that goes ahead as planned, it's going to be a very, very interesting day, And plus, with all of the kickoff times and the amount of matches in one day, it's some days are going to have 4 or 5 matches. I'm that's just crazy. Everybody's oh yeah, but the more football, the better. It's dude, with all of the exposure that we get to football as it is, it's 4 or 5 World Cup matches, and honestly, here in England, right, unless you are from, say, New Zealand, Uzbekistan, Jordan, Iran, and a few others, right? How many people are actually going to be up at, say, like 2 a.m. to watch Uzbekistan versus whoever? It's like I said, unless, you know, unless you live in that country, or unless, you're an immigrant or what have you that have come to watch it in, say, like England or wherever, then, oh my God, this is why, again, this is why I disagree with the idea of having 48 teams. I get it, you want more matches, you want more whatever, but at the same time, it's just too much, you know? But, you never know, you might get something wild, what have you, to happen. Oof! Nearly megged him, not once, but twice. Right, let's see if I can do this again. Nicely done. Nope. Couldn't get a good set piece in. Shoot! Oh, goodness me. Oh. Oh, that excitement. Oh man, if only. You know what I mean? Great. Alright, end of the first half, 2-1 up, a little bit crazy at times, but it's all fun and games, isn't it? Only making the one sub in this half, and it's Balboa's going off. Now I'm bringing on a Goose. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the World Cup, always am. I think personally, it's like I've talked to my brother about this on multiple occasions, but I genuinely believe that the last great World Cup, or the last good World Cup for me anyway, was nicely done. Oof! Nicely done, son. The last good World Cup for me was 2006. 2018 was a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, England got to the semi-finals. Argentina and Portugal got knocked out early. But, I don't know, there was just something about it that just didn't really click with me. I don't know. Wasn't a big fan of a Winter World Cup in 2022, the Qatar one. So quite thankful that it's in, back in the summer for USA, Mexico, and Canada. Oof. I'm thankful that it's back in the summer because, that to me is when the World Cup is held. It'd be like, shoot. Nicely done. Hat-trick. It would be like taking the Super Bowl and moving it from, when is it normally played? It's like February or something, isn't it? And then changing it and then putting it in, I don't know, like June or July or whatever. Although they probably would change it to July and have it more around Independence Day and everything like that. So, I mean, they could do that, but point is like, you change something that has been firmly rooted in fans' minds, for quite some time, and yeah, you then go ahead and put it in a different time of the year. I get it now, because Qatar held the World Cup and Qatar hasn't exactly got, best weather in the summer period and what have you, because it gets up to like over 50 degrees Celsius during that period of the year, and so you got to make the relevant calendar changes, blah 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 blah. I don't know why I hit the shoot button there, but gets it down there. Oh, could have got that through. That would have been good. That's yours. Well, you want to pick that up? There you go, lad. It's not that hard thing, is it? But yeah, was not a fan of the Winter World Cup. Especially the fact that it interrupted the Premier League for, like, a period of time as well. Oh my days! That was awful. You know, because I think, like, yeah, the Premier League, like, had to take a big old break during that period of time as well, because most of the star players for, you know, a fair few teams had to disappear for the World Cup. Stewart is on fire. 4 goals. Good to see him. Let's go all together. Like I said, I just want to have a bit of fun in this match. Didn't think it would come down to this, especially seeing as Mexico scored a very, very cheeky opening goal. Well, not opening goal, equaliser. Oh my! I mean, that looked dangerous, didn't it? Let's get dangerous. Darkwing Duck. I don't know why I did that. I don't know. Pop culture references. It's just sometimes in my brain, as soon as I say something and it reminds me of something else, next thing you know, it comes out. You know? Go on, lad. Ah! That might be it. Last chance of the match. And that is indeed it. That was the last chance. Goal kick. We qualified, max points. Grand total of 12 goals. Conceded 1. Nice. So there you have it, folks. We have qualified with max points, and it is Peru who have qualified for the knockout rounds. You know, we knocked out Mexico successfully, and it looks like Peru have knocked out Italy. Italy are going home. And at this point, are we surprised? Sorry, Italian fans, going out myself. Anyway, let's have a look at the brackets for the knockouts, shall we? Are we ready to see who we got? Let's go for it. Right, so we're going to bounce over to the left first. Right, so this is how it goes. It is Greece versus Peru. We are going to be playing Ghana. Norway will take on Yemen. Yemen, what is life? And then Papua New Guinea are playing Netherlands. That is one side of the bracket. The other side of the bracket is as follows. Brazil taking on Romania, Spain versus Paraguay, Hungary versus South Africa, and Colombia versus Qatar. Wow, that is a very, very interesting, bracket, set of brackets for this World Cup. Very, very interesting. But there it is, that, World Cup trophy that we're looking to go ahead and win. But Ghana, there we go. That's who we're going to be facing in the, round of 16. So that brings me to the end of this particular episode of Wednesday night FIFA. So thank you very much for joining me. You know, as always, if you like the video, give it a like, share the video as well, because the more shares, the more views, the more that channel continues to grow, the more I get to do this for you. Subscribe to L-1 Entertainment if this is your first time on the channel. Don't forget to check out all the other content that's currently available, because you never know, it might be something that you like. If you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so you are notified about any and all content that goes live onto the channel. Thank you very much for joining me, and we're going to be kicking off the round of 16 against Ghana. So join us next time for that. You know, and I'll see you then for some more FIFA football action. Take it easy, everyone.